Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Committee on National Defense and Security, joined with the Committees on Foreign Relations and Finance, this public hearing is hereby called to order. We have several Senate bills on our agenda today. Committee Secretary, can you please read for the record the agenda?
Yes, Mr. Chair. For today's public hearing of the Committee on National Defense and Security, we have three subject matters up in our agenda today, covered by 5 Senate bills and 1 House bill. The first subject matter pertains on the setting up of Office of the Veterans Affairs in the Philippine Embassy in the United States under Senate Bill numbers 1151, authored by the Chairman, Senator Antonio Trillanes IV, and Senate Bill number 1466, authored by Senator Jinggoy Ejercito Estrada, and House Bill number 1222, authored by Congressman Rodriguez et al. This House bill actually passed on the third and final reading in the House. Then the next discussion will be on the fixed terms for the Chief of Staff and the Major Service Commanders of the AFP under Senate Bill number 1180, authored by the Chairman, Antonio Trillanes IV. And lastly, the establishing the military justice in the AFP, covered by 2 Senate bills, Senate Bill numbers 2119, authored by the Chairman also, Senator Antonio Trillanes IV, and Senate Bill 2201 by Senator Jinggoy Ejercito Estrada. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Committee Secretary. We have distributed copies of these different measures, and I hope the resource persons would be prepared to state their positions regarding the matter. So first, we'll tackle Senate Bill number 1151 and Senate Bill 1466, or establishing the Office of Veterans Affairs. So, Yusek Batino, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Firstly, may we state our sincere appreciation for the continued support of the Honorable Chair in the initiatives for the Defense Department and also of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. In the first initiatives to be discussed today, Honorable Chair, we have invited also Undersecretary Carolina, Administrator of the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, who would already state the position of PVAO as well as DND on these 2 Senate bills. So, with your permission, Honorable Chair, may we request Yusek Carolina to relay the comments and positions of the department as well as PVAO.
Okay, thank you, Yusek Batino. General Carolina is recognized, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor. We have submitted a written position, and very briefly, I would like to summarize. We support generally this bill. We feel that the Office of the Veterans Affairs in Washington would still be relevant given the 5 years lifespan that is provided in this bill. There are many bills and measures in the U.S. Congress that need to be not only that need lobbying, and there are also measures that have been passed that have to be shepherded by this office. This office has been existing since 1993, Mr. Chairman, and we feel that in the next 5 years, this would be a very appropriate winding down period for this very important office. However, we share also and we adopted some of the comments of the current Presidential Representative and Chief of the Veterans Affairs in the Philippine Embassy in Washington, General Lorenzana. He submitted the position that it does not need the office. It will be officially established there for the next 5 years. Does not need a big staffing. As provided in the bill, one head and 2 members of the staff that will be appointed here from Manila. His suggestion, and we concur, is that a head of the office and 1 local hire would suffice. The reason is because our DFA, I think they have representatives here, have been adopting the one country, one team concept, and largely staff services are provided by the Philippine Embassy there. And he is recommending a local hire instead of personnel that will be appointed here and designated there, because local hires are equally competent, and we save in expenses in terms of relocation expenses. We recommend also, Mr. Chairman, that the proposed bill incorporates the implementation, because this is our annual problem. Every time we present the budget annually, the implementation of Executive Order 156, which mandates the increase in overseas and living allowances of officers that are assigned in diplomatic position. And this one carries with it this is a diplomatic position, Mr. Chairman, and we would like to be to have that incorporated in the budget. So again, to summarize, we support this because our problem in the past several years is every time, because there is no law, every year we have to present this in the budget, and it can be scrapped anytime. And with this bill, if this passed into law, it would guarantee the existence of this important office at least for the next 5 years. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Just to clarify, we have placed here 5 years as the total duration of this particular office. I hope this would not be construed in any way as that the veterans would be long gone by then. I hope not. So, this are you comfortable with the 5-year period, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, because to be able to explain that perspective, this office was created some years back for purposes of World War II veterans who fought shoulder to shoulder with the Americans during World War II, but were deprived of their equal rights with their counterparts, because the promise at the time was that if they fought under the flag of the U.S., then they will be regarded as U.S. veterans, and therefore would receive the same benefits. Well, as the chairman knows, after more than 60 years, it was only then that the U.S., through President Obama, granted the Filipino veterans equity compensation, which is just a one-time and not a pension. Now, the projection is that while there is now a Fairness Act that seeks to pay also those who died, because their widows are still alive, the projection is that 5 years from now, there will be, they call this a diminishing group. There will be a very small, number of World War II veterans left. As it is right now, our youngest World War II veteran is about 85, 86 years old. These are the teenagers who fought during the war, and they are dying at the rate of about 300 a month. So that's about 3,000 plus a year. So and there are about 14,000 left. Yun na lang natitira po na World War II veterans. So maybe in the next 5 years, there would be, yung mga nabubuhay na lang 100 plus, yun na lang maiwanan. And what General Lorenzano says is that they can be taken care of, their usual requirements by the attaché, because we have defense attachés there, and the U.S. Embassy employees who will be who are assigned in the Philippine Embassy there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Can we hear from the DFA?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to share our views on the two Senate bills and also the House bill. Sir, first of all, allow us to say that the department supports the Philippine government's commitment to ensure that the Filipino veterans who have made heroic sacrifices during World War II will be given due recognition and compensation. The Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. has been at the forefront of efforts to assist our veterans. So we have submitted also in writing our position, and it is in line with what the PVAU chair has said. As he mentioned, sir, there is already an existing OBA office within the Philippine Embassy in Washington, and according to the OBA, its current manning is enough to perform the task, but it needs support, sir, in terms of additional resources to carry on with the task, sir, and to cover for the increase in cost of living. Thank you very much, sir. We submitted also our position in writing, sir. Thank you very much.
Just for the record, do you have any proposed amendments to this present bill?
None at the moment, sir.
None.
Although one of the bills says, sir, that the budget will come from the DFA, at present it comes from PVAU, sir. So maybe...
But eventually, it should be incorporated in the DFA budget. Do you agree? No.
Sir, if we go by the practice of the attached agencies, it comes from the respective agencies. But I'll have to clarify, sir. May I seek instructions, sir, from...
Okay. So, okay, I just needed to clarify that. What about the staffing?
For the staffing, as PVAU said, we concur with the observation of the Office of Veterans Affairs that the current manning is sufficient to cover the task.
Okay, thank you very much, Director Prospero. Can we now hear from the Armed Forces, Colonel Macanas, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor. In behalf of the men and women of the Armed Forces, sir, we'd like to express our gratitude to the senators and the congressmen who filed this bill. We are one with PVAU, with that it's high time for us to establish this office, and that the manning, as Secretary General Lorenzana said, is enough. So we just want the passage of this bill so that the budget will always be incorporated in the next 5 years. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. So I think this bill is pretty much straightforward. This office is in existence as of the moment, although in ad hoc capacity, and we're just going to formalize it so that we can have stability and predictability in at least the next 5 years as regards this particular office is concerned. So there are no dissenting opinion. We'll just have to invite the resource persons again once we conduct the technical working group meeting. By then, we will come up with a more refined bill that we will sponsor on the floor. So with that, the resource persons concerning Senate Bill 1151 and 1466 are hereby excused. Thank you. Yan, susunod. Fixed term. Okay, let's now proceed to Senate Bill 1180 for the fixed terms for the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces and the service commanders. Yusek Batino, again.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we state for the record, Your Honor, our sincere appreciation for the proposed bill authored by the Honorable Chair. We appreciate fully the intent of the proposed bill, which is to promote stability and continuity in the leadership of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. We have noted, Your Honor, that when, as compared to the previous initiatives of the previous Congress, the differences in the provisions stated from the previous Senate bills and the existing Senate bill, Your Honor, we have taken note, Your Honor, that in the present Senate bill 1180, that the to avoid any constitutional issue, the Major Services Commander's term will be for 2 years, provided that no officer shall be appointed as a major service commander if that officer has less than 2 years remaining in the active service. We also, in this regard, Your Honor, we are studying the possibility of issuing a comment on this matter, that the statement in relation to the Chief of Staff, that he may be removed for loss of confidence at any time before the end of the term of 3 years, could also be applicable for the appointed major service commanders to in compliance with the prerogative of the Commander-in-Chief for appointments of in the Armed Forces of the Philippines. We have also taken note, Your Honor, the provisions on the Chief of Staff, Your Honor. We have taken note that there is a provision there that is lifted from the Constitution, that no extension of term shall be allowed except for the position of the Chief of Staff, which may be extended in case of war or national emergencies as Congress may declare. We are in the process of continued discussions with the Armed Forces of the Philippines in this regard. Initial comments we had already verbalized, Your Honor, but with respect to the other provisions in this bill, may we be given time to submit a written paper on the remaining provisions of the bill. May we also, however, state that we welcome the provision stating that the President can select from among the officers in the grades of Major General, Rear Admiral to Lieutenant General, Vice Admiral, the officer who would be qualified to be Chief of Staff. As it stands now, based on the existing legal framework, if I'm not mistaken, the President is, or that a colonel could be appointed as Chief of Staff. We see that considering very important factors such as seniority and in the armed forces of the Philippines, this proposed provision would provide greater stability in the armed forces of the Philippines. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you cited that this provision that no
regarding the Chief of Staff, however, when we mentioned, sir, the major service commanders, provision on the Chief of Staff regarding,
but not for the extension part, or do you want it also to be extended to the service commander?
we are currently studying this, Your Honor. Offhand, we would want to study that provision in line with the pertinent constitutional provisions, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just for the record, this committee has already passed this during the last Congress. Unfortunately, it was vetoed by the President because of some considerations. And that's why we incorporated some provisions here that would solve the concerns raised the last time. Anyway, is there anything else, Yusek Batino?
In the meantime, Your Honor, those would be our comments. May we just respectfully request an additional 15 days to submit our formal opinion as we continue to discuss this bill with the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
So, for now, you're not prepared to state categorically whether you are supporting this or not?
Your Honor, with respect to the provisions that we've already commented on, those would be our formal comments.
Mm-hmm.
We would just include them in the formal written position paper. May we, however, be given time just to formalize or even finish our consultations with the Armed Forces of the Philippines on the entirety of the bill, Your Honor.
Okay. We would allow that, Yusek Batino. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rear Admiral Habulan, sir, for the comment of the Armed Forces.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Right now, sir, we still have to deliberate. The bill still has to be deliberated by the AFP Legislative Board, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I presume it would be done within the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And with the statement of Yusek Batino, sir, I guess this will probably be done together.
Mm-hmm.
We would ask for the same time allowance for us to be able to come up with a position paper with regards to the proposed bill, sir.
Yes, sir. We would allow that. Well, again, if we'll look at the records during the last Congress, there was unanimity in agreement as far as having a fixed term for the Armed Forces Chief of Staff and Major Service Commanders, with the idea of having stability in policies, and we can now slow down the ticket punching career pattern of the officer corps. So that was the idea. So I hope in the next hearing we'll be able, or for that matter, we'll just wait for the position paper, sir, and then from then we will know how to proceed, whether we will have a technical working group in that regard, or we will archive this altogether, because this will not proceed if the AFP and DND will not be amenable to this. We will not push for something that you don't want. So until then, we'll have to suspend the consideration for Senate Bill 1180. Now, we will now proceed to the next item in the agenda, which is Senate Bill 2119 for the Code of Military Justice. Again, Yusek Batino, please.
If Your Honor, please, both Senate Bills number 2119 and 2201 aim to update and adjust the concepts and principles provided under our Articles of War. And we have noted, Your Honor, that the provisions contained in both Senate bills have would adjust to the current status, current affairs of the military. We have noted, Your Honor, at least in general terms, the advantages that are provided under the Senate bills, including but not limited to the establishment of appeal system under the military system, also the amendment of the membership of the jury. We feel that all of these amendments would make the military justice system more enabled to administer military justice. In this regard, Your Honor, the AFP, including the Judge Advocate General Office, had already conducted an initial comparison of the existing provisions on the Articles of War and the provisions on both Senate bills. As the two Senate bills, Your Honor, would be quite lengthy, may we request, Your Honor, the creation of a technical working group so that technical working group meetings could be conducted to fully thresh out all of these provisions and to come up with a unified bill for the sponsorship of the Honorable Chair.
But the idea of coming up with a new Code of Military Justice for the Armed Forces is agreeable to the DND?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We fully appreciate the initiative of through these Senate bills. We feel that the Articles of War had been established a long time ago and should already be updated, and we express our sincerest gratitude to the Honorable Chair and to the sponsors of said Senate bills.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yusek Batino. General Aledo, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor. We would like to thank you for resurrecting this proposal. In fact, a long time ago when Congressman Biaston first was elected as senator, there was already a proposal to really revise the Articles of War, a very old law, 1938 law, and this is very, very timely, Your Honor, and we do appreciate your initiative in revising really the Articles of War. So as as articulated by Secretary Batino, this proposal and that of the version of Senator Estrada are being evaluated. In fact, we devoted 2 days to make a matrix on the two proposals in comparison with the existing articles of war, and we found out that there is indeed a very there are certain provisions that really have to be amended, to be revised, to adjust with new laws, new developments. So in the main, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, on behalf of the Office of the Judge Advocate General, really welcome the proposal, Your Honors. And as was said, we are asking more time to create a TWG to study thoroughly on the proposal and come up with a very good position on the matter, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. I think General Aledo, of all people, would know the need for this, not only because you're now the Judge Advocate General, but as you may recall, being our former defense counsel, we experienced how sometimes the articles of war can be used both ways. And in the end, the military justice was not administered effectively. And I'm sure there are so many other cases. So, in the end, we will defer to the wisdom of the military lawyers, the DND, as to which provision should be amended, which one should be adopted or should remain untouched, and whether it's you'll adopt a provision from 2119 or 2201. So in the end, we will defer to your wisdom, and because it is presumed that you know what the situation on the ground, and again, we will not push for anything that's not going to be good for the armed forces. So, Admiral Habulan, do you have any statement, sir, regarding this?
Well, I have to concur with Yusek Batino and General Aledo, Your Honor. It is indeed time to review this and come up with a new system of justice for the military.
Okay. So with that, since there is unanimity in agreement with these proposed bills, however, since this is a code, so we should be very careful in coming up with a version or amending the existing one to make sure all the loopholes are plugged, and that in the end it will be for the more effective administration of military justice. So, anything else, sir? Okay. So with that, this committee hearing is hereby suspended, and the resource persons will just be invited to the future technical working group meetings. Thank you, and good morning.